I love to tell Justin Reiter, who's the executive director of the Historic Masonic Theater, that if he doesn't come on a regular basis, the journal doesn't know what's going on in the region. So, welcome, Justin. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Happy summer, Jerry. How are you?
We're doing fine. And we know, as usual, you've got a slate of things coming up. And one of the best things about this is that the Masonic Theater brings joy to the region on a regular basis and all these cool performances. And so, what's going on or what's going to be going on?
Well, we got 3 really big announcements, but we've got a lot of stuff going on over the summer. We've got a bunch of great movies, the community gatherings each month. Wendy's going to have a Hoe-Down in the underground on the 21st. And then we've got the Grand Fondo finish line. We're going to have the amphitheater patio open during Fridays in the Forge from 5:30 to 10. So you can come down, listen to some music. After you're done on Ridgeway and doing your shopping and getting your food, come hang out with us. We've got the 4th of July celebration. And then on July 11th, we are going to start the Bradshaw Music Camp, which is going to be called the Curtain Call Kids. And it is a 6-week music camp for 8 to 13-year-old boys and girls. And they will practice every Thursday night. And then on August 8th, it will culminate with a big concert, free concert for everybody of what these kids have done over the last 6 weeks. So super excited about that.
That's really, that's really cool. I don't know. Has the Masonic Theater ever done anything like this before with the kids, with the summer music thing?
Well, we haven't done the music. They've done theater camp, and we tried to do theater camp last year, but we had some issues with that. So,
okay.
But this music camp is going to be fantastic. So we're going to have the party on the patio, the music camp, the movies. Oh, there is one big thing that we are going to do.
Okay.
And that is that the Mountain Opry folks and I have been talking and trying to figure something out. And we figured this summer we need a big show, right? Someone big needs to come to Clifton Forge. So on July 19th, we're going to bring 1994 CMA winner of Album of the Year, Lori Morgan, to the Masonic Theater.
Wow.
Lori is an icon in the country music world. She's done so many great things, nominated for multiple CMAs and Grammys. She is top of her game, sounds terrific, and there's not another time you're going to get to see someone like Lori Morgan in a 532-seat historic building where you can see and hear everything. So the Mountain Opry folks and us are just thrilled. And Jerry, those tickets go on sale in 19 minutes.
Well, they've got, Justin, the theater is getting more popular. I'm seeing people all over, contiguous counties, people from the western end of the county, many people, it's, the theater's in Clifton Forge. I'll have my time to see this or that act. But you've been bringing in people that are undeniably cool. So Lori's a typical example of it. And you noted another Wendy's party, and Gerald Franson Insurance sponsors the journal's live productions, but they're never quite sure when we're going to do them. And I'm really not kidding you. I'm at home on a Friday night. I said, man, I've had enough this week. I'm about to sit down, and one of your revelers called me up and said, you've got to come down here and hear these guys. So I rushed down there, turned the old iPhone eventually horizontally, and she makes space for me. And, we listened to some of those bands knock it out of the park at the underground. So, that's a neat addition to the group of events at the Masonic Theater this year. It really is.
Yeah, I think everybody's very excited about the Hoe-Down. I know Wendy is excited about it. And, we've got a couple of important events that everybody needs to remember about, and that's where we celebrate the veterans on July 4th with Clifton Forge Main Street. And then we're going to go out back and we're going to put the time capsule into the cornerstone that we've been talking about for a couple of years. And we've got all of the artifacts that are going to go on it on a hard drive. We've scanned it all in. And so we'll put that in on July 4th after the Veterans Celebration. So we're pretty excited about everything that's going on. And this kind of partnership with Mountain Opry and bringing in people, you know, like Exile and like Lori Morgan, and working with Virginia Opry and bringing in the Kentucky Headhunters. You know, we're getting there. We're trying to bring in the bigger acts. They do cost more money, but, you know, we partner up, we figure out how we can make it happen. And we want to do that for our community.
Justin, that veterans ceremony, it's normally well attended. I'd like to see it just absolutely packed. But when the veterans are up on stage and everybody can celebrate their service, it is definitely a heartwarming event. Many of these guys are, you know, just very quiet about their service. And yet many in my generation love to get a chance to, first of all, know who they are. And second of all, just clap for those guys that have kept us free.
Well, isn't that amazing that we're having this conversation on the 80th anniversary of D-Day and looking at some of the reporting from there and some of the ceremonies that are going on. And right this minute, they're opening the hatch on the space station. The astronauts docked earlier this afternoon and they're getting ready. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know, these kinds of monumental events are just incredible. And you have to thank veterans every time you think of those things. And we celebrate that big time with Clifton Forge Main Street on 4th.
You know, one thing I meant to mention to you is that often the journal will be on hand to do a little video of the various performances. And almost every time the lead singer or the lead band member says, he looks around and said, wow, look at this place. You know, many of us didn't know about this place. And so there's still a few people out there that haven't, you know, come for a show, but believe me, they won't be disappointed. But I should do these clips of these various groups saying it and then like present it like a Christmas present to you, so you can listen to all these groups celebrate what you and the Theater Foundation have done, not just getting it ready, but keeping it in shape.
Yeah, you know, maintenance is always an issue, and trying to keep up with our 118-year-old building is, you know, a daily thing. But yeah, the theater's in great shape, and we're looking at the future. We know that, you know, in a few years, we're going to have to replace carpet and we're going to have to paint. And, you know, it's just, it gets used and you've got to keep it the way that people want to see it. So we plan for those things. There are lots of things that come up that we don't plan for, but the one other thing that we're planning for, which is going to be fantastic, is that on September 7th, we're going to have an end of summer bash like no other. From 4 to 11 out at the amphitheater. We've got 3 bands. We've got food trucks. We've got the patio is going to have giant Jenga, giant Connect 4, cornhole. We're going to have a party at the end of this summer like you can't imagine. And with Wendy at the helm, I mean, come on, you know, it's going to be a good party.
Well, the nice thing about it is, just in case somebody forgets any of these events we've talked about, all they have to do is go to historic masonictheatre.com, and that's an easy ticket portal if I've ever seen one. And once again, hey, thanks for taking us out of the dark. I say, Justin, you have to show up once a month or every 2 months. We're supposed to be on top of it, you know.
Exactly. And if you try to go to Historic Masonic Theater right now, you can see all the events. But if you click on Lori Morgan, you still have 13 minutes until it goes on sale.
Okay. And these are specific seats. Are they for the Morgan show?
It's for Lori Morgan, goes on sale in 12 minutes.
But I mean, it's not general seating, it's specific seats
It
that
is.
you choose.
It is specific seating. They're pricing for the boxes, the orchestra, and for the balcony.
Great. Thanks very much for joining us again.
Always a pleasure, Jerry. You have a great day and happy summer.
See you soon.